Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So I, for one, do not believe in trigger warnings. I think they're absolutely ridiculous. But today, I'm going to be a hypocrite, and I'm going to give you a trigger warning. If you're somebody who's having a bad day, or you're somebody who's just upset and angry because of all of the new laws that took effect on January 1st, you might want to just skip this one and watch some funny cat videos for the rest of the day, because this infuriated me, and I have a feeling that it's going to infuriate you as well. I'm sure you guys are all aware of the stay that was issued against the injunction, which barred enforcement of the sensitive locations aspect of SB 2, allowing the law to go into full effect January 1st. But did you know it didn't have to be that way, and the Ninth Circuit had another option? Well, there was another option, but they chose to screw you over, and I'm going to show you exactly how. Let's talk about it. This video is proud to be sponsored by American Hartford Gold. Listen, if there is one thing that those of us in the firearms community understand, it's that you cannot rely on the government for your protection. Not with your life, and especially not with your wealth. Look, throughout our lifetime, the dominance of the US dollar was unquestioned, but that may be changing. As we face unprecedented inflation, the world's biggest economies are ditching the dollar for the yen. Banks are failing left and right, and the government is discussing a total control of all of your money with the new digital dollar. Don't let your life savings become a casualty of failing corporations or currency wars. Now is the time to call the only precious metal dealer that I trust, American Hartford Gold. They'll show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your wealth portfolio with physical gold and silver. With the finest products, amazing customer service, and a buyback commitment. American Hartford Gold has a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. American Hartford Gold supports content like this that is committed to bringing you the truth. Tell them I sent you, and they'll give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. So call them now. Click the link in the description or call 866-856-2507. That's 866-856-2507, or text COPPER to 65532. Again, that's 866-856-2507, or text COPPER to 65532. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. So on December 20th of 2023, Judge Carney placed an injunction against enforcement of a majority of the sensitive locations listed in SB 2, essentially allowing people who currently had a permit or got a permit to continue carrying the way that they always have into 2024. California obviously didn't like that very much, so they decided to appeal to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, and the Ninth Circuit did what they always do. They play games, they delay, they give bad decisions, etc. So it goes up to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeal. The motions panel decides that, you know what, we are going to grant a stay, and we're going to also kick the can down the road a little bit to make this stay last a little bit longer. So the motions panel grants a temporary stay. Then they say this stay is going to be in effect until the merits panel has time to decide whether or not they want to either grant the stay in perpetuity or they want to deny the stay, right? So this allows the merits panel to have as much time as they want while people's rights have been wiped away from them come January 1st of 2024, just yesterday. So that's what the Ninth Circuit did. But did you know that the Ninth Circuit did not have to place that stay on all of the sensitive locations? They didn't have to do that. As a matter of fact, even California said that they didn't have to do that. Okay, so let me lay out the meat and potatoes of why I'm angry here and what I meant when I said that it didn't have to be this way. There were other options. So when California appealed to the Ninth Circuit, in their document, in their appeal, they did not show much confidence in their own case. They knew, the Ninth Circuit knows, California knows, that if they allowed the injunction to remain in effect, that would actually maintain the status quo. Nothing would change. But they tried to make it seem like things would get worse come January 1st, 2024, if the injunction was allowed to remain in effect. So again, they didn't have much confidence. They sent their appeal up to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and basically told them, hey, look, we know that we don't have a great chance of winning here because we know that we're actually changing the status quo. So if you don't grant us a stay on the entire injunction, could you please at least grant us a stay on a few of these small parts that are sensitive places within SB 2, and you can allow the rest of them to remain in effect, and we would accept that going into 2024. So the Ninth Circuit actually had the option to limit in scope the size or the scope of their stay. They didn't have to stay the entire thing. California said, hey, look, if you're not going to, can you just get these? What were those? Let me go and read them to you. So the Attorney General in California basically said, at the very least, the court should stay the injunction as to the following places: playgrounds and youth centers, local parks, libraries, and museums and zoos, all of which are particularly sensitive places frequented by children, as well as the parking lots of those places and the parking lots of sensitive places that the plaintiffs did not challenge. So you can see right there, they pretty much conceded their argument in those few things that they asked for, which is obviously still too many things. I get that. I'm not saying that that's great or anything. But as you can tell, one of the things that's not listed there is going to be churches and places of worship and any private business, places that serve alcohol, things like that. So right now in California, if you go into a store that doesn't have a sign that says you're allowed to be there, by law, you're not allowed to be there, right? If you're carrying. So that wasn't on their list. It was basically just zoos, schools, playgrounds, things like that. That's what California was willing to accept as far as a stay was concerned. It was the Ninth Circuit who decided that they were going to ignore that part of it and just do a full blanket stay on the entire injunction. Now, when it comes to the other little part that California was asking for, so, parking lots and sidewalks of things that were not challenged by the plaintiffs, well, pretty much everything was challenged by the plaintiffs, so that wouldn't have really made all that much of a difference either. So it wasn't just the state of California. The Ninth Circuit took it to the max. The Ninth Circuit is the one who decided, no, we're not going to go with the limited scope here with what California says are the most sensitive type of places. We're just going to blanket do the whole thing, and we're going to stay everything. It's going to go into full effect come January 1st, and that's how we do it here in California. That's the Ninth Circuit for you. That is the Ninth Circuit in full effect, showing you that they don't care about limited scope. They don't care about your Second Amendment rights. They don't care about your rights at all. They care about their own personal agenda and the outcome that it provides. And so that's it's maddening to me thinking that they had another option. Their other option being limited in scope to the most sensitive places that were specifically referred to by California. But instead, taking option one and doing that full blanket stay, just overturning a federal judge's injunction that had excellent arguments. I mean, it was an incredible injunction, incredible opinion, and basically just stomp on it. Now, here's the other thing. The motions panel granted the temporary stay, right? Well, now it goes down to the merits panel. But the merits panel doesn't have a timeline. They don't have a calendar that says, hey, look, we got to figure everything out by January 20th. By that date, we need to have our decision. They don't have a timeline. They could drag this out as long as they want. If they want to, look at more documents and review things and historical context and stuff like that. As far as I understand, they could do that into perpetuity. So, people in California, meanwhile, have essentially lost their Second Amendment rights. I mean, you talk about all the bans, the mag bans, the rifle bans, the pistol bans, the 10-day waiting periods, all the taxes, extra taxes, fees, you name it, everything that is in that state and now basically wiping away the ability to carry, it's gone. It's gone in that state. You can own it, you can keep it in your house, but, Supreme Court precedent be damned, natural rights be damned, the Second Amendment, all that stuff has just been completely thrown out the window. And it's, the Ninth Circuit will uphold whatever California wants for as long as they want, and they will drag things out and play games like they're doing with just about every other case in this arena. I wanted to let you guys know about that. I don't think everybody knew that California did ask for not only a full injunction, but they also would have accepted one with limited scope, and the Ninth said, nope. Thank you all very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully this clown show ends soon. You guys have a great day.